Hello and welcome my friends to my YouTube channel, philippospan. Weekly tips and tricks on how to work with Microsoft Office applications. Today's video will be about Microsoft Excel.
How to create a PowerPivot chart in a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. Described in another video of mine where you can find at my YouTube channel, with a pivot table in Microsoft Excel, we can easily summarize large amounts of data. Besides summarizing, we can analyze the available data in detail so we can be ready to answer questions that has got to do with the data. In a few words, pivot tables are designed for querying large amounts of data in a way that it is easy and accessible for everyone. But sometimes that is quite not enough. A lot of people cannot look and focus at numbers in a table. This is where pivot charts appear, which is an excellent way to add data visualizations to our data. With pivot charts, we can notice patterns, trends, and check out relationships. The pivot table has been created and the pivot table Analyze tab is activated, where we locate the area from the right named tools. The command pivot chart is located where we can insert a pivot chart tied to the data in the pivot table. Once selected, the Insert Chart dialog box appears with all the available pivot charts that we can select from, and which are column, line, pie, bar, area, XY scatter, map, stock, surface, radar, tree map, sunburst, histogram, box and whisker, waterfall, funnel, and combo. In the Insert Chart dialog box, we just select a category from the left, and then in the middle of the window, we have different subcategories available along with a preview of the selected chart. We just select the one that is the most appropriate for us and represents our data accurately, and then press the OK button located at the bottom right corner of the Insert Chart dialog box. The pivot chart is created. The pivot chart works the same as a pivot table. We can drag and drop different fields into different areas of the pivot chart field task pane. The moment we drag and drop different fields into different areas of the pivot chart field task pane, the pivot chart gets updated also. We can see how the pivot chart and the pivot table filter itself out accordingly to the fields that we move in the pivot chart fields task pane. It gets immediately updated. I am just activating and deactivating different fields in the task pane so we can have a look at how the pivot chart works. The visualization of the pivot chart depends on the data that we have inserted in our workbook. Besides dragging and dropping different fields from the task pane, we can always use the actual chart to filter out our data. If you notice in the pivot chart, there are filter buttons which we can use to filter out the data. We just click on the field in the chart and we will be able to filter them out. By using the Design tab of the pivot chart from the left, we have the Chart Layouts area where we can add chart elements such as axes, axis titles, chart title, data labels, data table, error bars, grid lines, legend, and lines. In the Chart Elements drop-down menu may be more or less commands depending on the pivot chart that we have created. In the Chart Layout area, we can also change the layout of the pivot chart. We have a preview of the different layouts that we can use, and once again the layouts differ from pivot chart to pivot chart. In the Chart Styles area, we can change the colors of the pivot chart. We can also apply a different chart style to the pivot chart. There are plenty of variation of styles that we can use. By using the data area of the Design tab, we can use the command Switch Row Column, where we swap the data over the axis. Data being charted on the x-axis will move to the y-axis and vice versa. We can also use the Select Data command so we can change the data range included in the chart. In the Type area, we can choose the command Change Chart Type, where we can change to a different type of chart. And finally, in the Location area of the ribbon, we can use the command Move Chart, where we can choose where we want the chart to be placed. We can either select in a new sheet or as an object in an existing worksheet. In another video of mine in the future, I will describe the commands available on the PivotChart Analyze tab.
Thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw in this video, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, head down to the comment section and let me know.
Be wise and subscribe.